Let me ask you a question. What would it take for this year to be different? Not just another year, not just 12 months passing by, but a masterpiece year. You see, most people don't plan their years. They drift through them, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. And then, at the end, they look back and wonder, where did the time go? But time is not the issue. We all have the same 365 days. The difference is in how we design them. Don't start your day until you've finished it on paper. And I would add, don't start your year until you've designed it with intention. A masterpiece year doesn't happen by accident. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's built. It's crafted. It's the result of decisions, discipline, and design. Think about the word masterpiece. A masterpiece is the best of what an artist can do. It's deliberate. It's thoughtful. It's done with care and with vision. Now here's the truth. Your life is the canvas. Your habits are the brushstrokes. And this year could be the masterpiece you've been waiting for. But it won't happen by waiting. It won't happen by hoping. It will only happen when you decide to create it. So let's talk about how to design your masterpiece year. Not just in theory, but in practical steps, simple disciplines, daily choices that build into something extraordinary. Because here's the good news. If you can change your days, you can change your weeks. If you change your weeks, you can change your months. And if you change your months, you can create a masterpiece year. And once you learn that, you can create a masterpiece life. Let's begin with a question. How much time are you giving to your life? Not just the hours you spend scrolling, worrying, or reacting. I mean serious time. Time where you step back, breathe, think, and design. Because if you don't take time to design your year, someone else will design it for you. Your boss, your circumstances, your habits, your distractions. And at the end of the year, you'll look back and wonder, what happened? Where did it all go? A masterpiece year doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't appear magically. It's not something you stumble into. A masterpiece year is crafted intentionally, deliberately, and thoughtfully. Don't start your day until you've finished it on paper. And don't start your year until you've designed it with care. Now, what does it mean to create a masterpiece year? It means to look at your life as an artist looks at a blank canvas. It means deciding what you will paint and what you will leave out. It means selecting your colors, your brushstrokes, and your focus. Most people approach a year like it's a blank page they will somehow fill by accident. They hope, they wish, they plan vaguely, but rarely pause to think clearly. And that's why most years end up looking like every other year. Ordinary, unremarkable, forgotten. But you don't want ordinary. You don't want forgotten. You want a masterpiece. And masterpieces take time, attention, and intention. So the first step, perhaps the most important step, is to take serious time for yourself. Not 5 minutes. Not during your commute. I mean real, uninterrupted, focused time. Time where your phone is off. Time where the noise of the world fades. Time where you face yourself, your goals, your dreams, and your potential. Take that time and ask yourself, what do I truly want this year? Who do I want to become? What will I commit to no matter what? Write it down. Don't just think it. Words have power. Thoughts without action are like seeds that never touch the soil. Goals are the seeds of achievement, but unless you plant them on paper, nurture them with focus, and water them with discipline, they remain nothing more than ideas. As you sit with your year in front of you, consider this. This is your canvas. You have 365 days. Each day is a brushstroke. Each decision, each habit, each thought, each action is part of the painting. Ask yourself, will I paint with care or rush through it? Will I be deliberate with my time and attention? Will I choose what matters most, or will I scatter my energy? A masterpiece requires focus. A masterpiece requires sacrifice. A masterpiece requires saying no to some things so you can say yes to the most important things. Think about an artist in their studio. The artist doesn't fill the canvas with everything in the room. They choose what belongs. They leave the rest out. Your year is the same. You choose what belongs. You leave the rest out. And here's a secret most people overlook. Taking time to design your year isn't selfish. It's essential. When you commit to clarity, you become more effective in every area. Your work improves. Your relationships improve. Your habits improve. Your life improves. The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. And when you become intentional, deliberate, and focused, you start painting a masterpiece that reflects your very best self. So here's the first step of your masterpiece year. Take your calendar. Take a notebook. Find a quiet space. Sit down for serious time. Reflect. Decide. Write. Plan. And remember, this is not about perfection. It's about direction. It's about choosing your path, setting your priorities, and committing to follow them. Your masterpiece year begins with this act of focus. It begins when you say, this year will be different. This year I will live with intention. This year I will create something remarkable. Take that time, cherish that time, and use it wisely, because the year will not wait. It will move forward whether you are ready or not. And when you begin deliberately, intentionally, thoughtfully, you don't just live another year. You create a masterpiece. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work, intention, and daily discipline applied consistently over time. Let's talk about goals. Not vague wishes, not fleeting desires. I'm talking about goals with purpose, clarity, and direction. You see, a masterpiece doesn't appear all at once. It's built one brushstroke at a time, one small decision at a time, one intentional action at a time, and that's exactly how a successful year is built. Don't just set goals. Set them like building blocks. Stack them carefully. Make each one count. The truth is, people often try to create a masterpiece year by aiming too high, too fast, too soon. They dream about the final painting without touching the canvas. And then, after a few missteps, they give up. But a masterpiece is not the result of sudden genius. It is the result of daily, small, consistent strokes. Imagine this. You want to build strength. You don't lift 1,000 pounds on the first day. You start with one set, one repetition, one session, and then you build from there. The same principle applies to life, work, and your year. Want financial growth? Start with saving a small amount every week. Want better health? Start with a simple habit. A 10-minute walk, a clean meal, a single glass of water more. Want personal growth? Read 5 pages a day. Reflect for 10 minutes. Listen to wisdom. These small goals are your building blocks. They might feel insignificant today, but over time, they create the structure of your masterpiece. The major key to your better future is you, and it is built with small, intentional steps every day. Here's another truth. Goals without clarity are like brushstrokes on a blank canvas with no plan. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want this year? How will I measure it? How will I know I've achieved it? Write it down. Be specific. Be measurable. Be honest. Vague goals create vague results. Clear goals create focused action. Once you have clarity, the next step is prioritization. Not every stroke matters equally. Not every action builds your masterpiece. Decide what is most important. What will create the biggest impact in your year? Start there. Stack your small goals like building blocks, one layer at a time. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Choose your disciplines wisely. And remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. A single completed goal today is a foundation for bigger goals tomorrow. Here's the secret most people miss. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. A masterpiece doesn't get painted in a single day. It gets painted every day. A stroke here, a stroke there, a habit here, a goal achieved there. Motivation will get you started. Habit will keep you going. Set your goals. Break them down. Take small actions daily, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's inconvenient, even when the progress feels slow, because slow, steady, consistent progress compounds into extraordinary results. Another key principle: every goal must be connected to your larger vision. Ask yourself, how does this small goal serve my masterpiece year? How does it move me closer to the person I want to become? Does it honor my priorities and values? If it doesn't, you'll waste time on things that don't matter. And masterpieces are never painted with wasted effort. Here's a practical step. Take your notebook or journal. Write down your top 5 goals for the year. Break them into monthly milestones. Then break those into weekly actions. This is how a masterpiece emerges. Layer by layer, stroke by stroke, goal by goal. Every day ask yourself, what is the one small thing I can do today to build my masterpiece? What block can I place that will hold up the structure of my vision? And then do it. No excuses. No procrastination. No waiting for the perfect moment. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. One small, well-chosen goal today creates momentum. That momentum leads to confidence. Confidence leads to bigger actions. Bigger actions lead to results. And results, over time, create the masterpiece of your year. Never underestimate the power of small strokes. Never ignore the power of daily, intentional, consistent action. A masterpiece is not born in a day. It is built every day. So here's your call to action. Set your goals like building blocks. Stack them carefully. Work on them consistently. Connect them to your vision and paint your masterpiece, one small stroke at a time. The best way to predict your future is to create it. And the best way to create it is one disciplined action at a time. Let's talk about time. Time is the great equalizer, the one resource we all share. Every person, rich or poor, young or old, gets the same 24 hours in a day. And yet, some people build masterpieces in a year. Others watch the same year pass by and wonder why nothing changed. The difference is not talent. The difference is how they use their time. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Your time is the canvas. Your hours are the brush strokes, and your actions or inactions decide the masterpiece of your year. It begins with guarding your days. Every day is a building block. Every hour is a brick. And if you let the hours slip through your fingers, your masterpiece crumbles before it even begins. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I can do today? Where should I focus my energy for the greatest impact? What distractions can I eliminate right now? Discipline starts with saying no. No to time wasters. No to endless scrolling. No to meetings that don't matter. No to the habits that drain you rather than fuel you. The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. And that only happens when you guard your time. Every day you protect is a day your masterpiece grows. Every hour spent wisely is a stroke toward your vision. Next, you must prioritize. Not everything on your to-do list is equal. Some tasks are urgent. Some tasks are important. Some tasks are neither. Focus on what moves you forward, not what merely keeps you busy. The masterpiece of your year is built by deliberate focus, not frantic activity. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. If you want your year to be extraordinary, you must choose the few things that matter most. Then give them your full attention. Remember, a masterpiece is never rushed. It requires care. It requires thought. It requires focus. Days become weeks, and weeks become months. Guarding your days is good. Guarding your weeks is essential. A week is more than just 7 days. It's a rhythm, a pulse, a cycle of creation. Decide your weekly priorities in advance. Know which days are for deep work, which days are for reflection, which days are for connection. Discipline yourself to do the things you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it. By guarding your weeks, you prevent drift. You prevent burnout. You prevent chaos from creeping in. The week is your scaffolding. Build it strong, and the masterpiece year will stand tall. Months are the chapters of your story. If you fail to master your months, you will find yourself at the end of the year with a blank canvas where your masterpiece should be. At the start of each month, review Plan. Decide what will matter. Decide what habits you will focus on. Decide what projects will get your attention. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. But those disciplines need structure, or they won't last. A month without intention is a month wasted. A month with focus is a month that builds toward greatness. Here's something I want you to feel in your bones. Time is your life in motion. Every moment you waste is life you cannot get back. Every moment you guard is life you invest in yourself. Don't spend time. Invest it. Choose carefully where your hours go. And here's the beautiful part. When you guard your days, weeks, and months, you start to master your life. You begin to create the masterpiece year you've envisioned. It's the small choices that matter most. Do you get up early to focus before the noise begins? Do you dedicate an hour to your most important task, uninterrupted? Do you say no to trivial demands that steal your energy? Do you review your priorities weekly and adjust as needed? These small decisions add up. They compound. They create a rhythm of excellence. And rhythm is the heartbeat of a masterpiece year. Motivation gets you started. Habit keeps you going. And habit is built through time, wisely used. Now, imagine this. 30 days of guarded time. 30 days of intentional focus. 30 days of decisions aligned with your goals. By the end of 30 days, you will have created something significant, something meaningful, something that sets the tone for the rest of your year. And if you keep this up, month after month, day after day, you will not just have a good year. You will have a masterpiece year. So here's what I want you to do. 1. Guard your days fiercely. 2. Prioritize the tasks that matter most. 3. Protect your weeks with structure and rhythm. 4. Design your months with intention. 5. And remember, every moment is a brushstroke on your canvas. Either you design your life or life designs you. And if you want a masterpiece year, it starts with how you master your time. Take control, decide, act, and watch your days, weeks, and months transform into something extraordinary. Because time, when mastered, becomes your most powerful tool. And that tool builds your masterpiece year. A masterpiece is never finished by accident. It is finished by careful observation, thoughtful correction, and relentless improvement. An artist doesn't paint once and walk away. They step back. They look. They assess. They adjust. They refine. And if you want your year to be a masterpiece, you must do the same. Don't just go through the motions. Observe what works, what doesn't, and then adjust accordingly. Life will not wait for your perfection. Opportunities will not pause for your readiness. Mistakes will happen. Challenges will arrive. But those moments are gifts. They are brushstrokes that shape the final work if you choose to learn from them. Reflection is not just thinking. It is looking honestly at your days, your weeks, your months, seeing what built your vision and what pulled you away from it. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What can I change tomorrow? Write it down. A journal, a notebook, a calendar, whatever works. Capture your wins. Capture your mistakes. Because without reflection, progress is blind. Without reflection, your days drift into one another. Without reflection, your masterpiece remains a sketch. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's reflection, learning, and disciplined action. Every experience carries a lesson. Even failure, even disappointment, even the moments you wish had gone differently. A masterpiece is not created by avoiding mistakes. It is created by learning from every brushstroke, including the ones that went wrong. Think about it. A painter spills a color. Do they quit? No. They see the mistake. They adjust the next stroke. They refine the canvas. The same applies to your life. Every misstep is data. Every setback is feedback. Every challenge is a chance to grow. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. And the fortune is your masterpiece life. Read. Listen. Observe. Ask questions. Seek wisdom wherever it is found. Then, apply it. Immediate action after reflection is the difference between learning and wasted experience. You cannot expect perfection on the first attempt. Even a masterpiece starts with rough sketches. If a stroke is off, correct it. If a habit isn't working, change it. If a strategy fails, redesign it. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Adjustment is not weakness. It is intelligence. It is awareness. It is mastery. When you adjust, you prevent small errors from becoming permanent flaws. When you adjust, you maintain control over your year. When you adjust, you ensure the final masterpiece reflects your very best effort. Refinement is the final stage of mastery. It is the patience to step back and see where the details can be improved. It is the humility to admit that some strokes could be better. It is the courage to redo, revisit, and rebuild. Masterpiece years are not built in one giant leap. They are built in thousands of small refinements. Read your goals weekly. Assess your habits daily. Evaluate your priorities monthly. Adjust your actions continuously. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day, with reflection, adjustment, and refinement. The difference between good and extraordinary is often in the details. A masterpiece is not a casual effort. It is intentional. It is precise. It is improved continuously. No artist works entirely alone. Feedback is essential. Seek input from mentors, peers, or trusted friends. Listen, don't defend. Learn, don't argue. External perspectives illuminate blind spots. They reveal opportunities you might have missed. They guide your brush when your eye grows tired. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your circle wisely and seek feedback from those who lift you higher. Masterpieces require collaboration in small ways. Your year will flourish when you are open to guidance and willing to refine based on insight. Reflection, adjustment, and refinement are not one-time acts. They are rhythms. Daily reflection keeps your habits aligned. Weekly adjustment ensures your goals stay relevant. Monthly refinement keeps your vision sharp and clear. When this rhythm is established, you begin to see progress you never imagined possible. Your days no longer drift. Your weeks no longer waste away. Your months no longer surprise you with unfulfilled plans. You are deliberate. You are intentional. You are the artist of your own year. Here's the secret most people overlook. Small, daily refinements compound. Slight adjustments today save massive corrections tomorrow. Little lessons applied consistently build momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds excellence. And excellence, over time, creates a masterpiece year. Motivation gets you started, but discipline and refinement keep you going. Never underestimate the power of slow, steady improvement. Never discount the value of learning from today to make tomorrow better. Mastery is in the accumulation of tiny, smart choices repeated daily. So here's what I want you to do. 1. Reflect daily. Ask yourself what worked and what didn't. 2. Learn from every success and every mistake. 3. Adjust your actions immediately when you see a better way. 4. Refine your approach continuously, paying attention to detail. 5. Seek feedback from wise mentors and act on it. Success is nothing more than doing what you know with excellence every day, then learning, adjusting, and refining until your work becomes a masterpiece. Remember, a masterpiece year is not created by accident. It is created by those who observe, learn, adjust, and refine. It is created by those willing to invest serious time and attention. It is created by those who see their life as a work of art and treat it accordingly. Your year can be extraordinary. It can be remarkable. It can be a masterpiece. But only if you embrace the artist's eye for improvement. Only if you learn, adjust, and refine relentlessly. Take your brush. Take your time. Step back. Look carefully. Correct what needs correction. Enhance what is already beautiful. And watch your masterpiece year take shape. A masterpiece is not complete the moment the last stroke is laid. No, the masterpiece is complete when the artist steps back, looks carefully, and acknowledges what has been created. When the work is appreciated, when the effort is honored, when the lessons are carried forward, And the same is true for your year. Don't let the busyness of life rob you of the chance to see what you have accomplished. Take the time to reflect, celebrate, and carry the lessons forward. Reflection is more than looking back. It is stepping back with honesty, humility, and clarity. It is asking the big questions. What did I accomplish this year? What goals did I reach? What lessons did I learn from setbacks? How did I grow as a person? What choices led to progress? And which ones held me back? Without reflection, your efforts can feel scattered. Without reflection, even a year full of wins can feel meaningless. Reflection gives context. It reveals patterns. It illuminates what worked and what didn't. The major key to your better future is you. And reflection is how you learn what you have done to become better. Take a notebook. Write down your wins. Write down your mistakes. And more importantly, write down the lessons. Because life without reflection is like a painting viewed from a single corner. You can never see the full masterpiece. Too often, people move from one goal to the next without stopping to celebrate. They cross the finish line, barely noticing they ran at all. They hit milestones and then rush forward, exhausted and unappreciated. Celebration is not vanity. It is recognition. It is fuel. It is acknowledgement that your effort matters. Celebrate small wins. Celebrate progress, not just perfection. Celebrate the moments when you acted despite fear, doubt, or difficulty. Celebrate the discipline that pushed you forward when the path was hard. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. And celebrating your wins is part of that design. Celebration is like polishing a painting. It brings out the color, the detail, and the brilliance that might otherwise go unnoticed. Reflection and celebration are powerful. But the final touch, the part that makes your masterpiece truly enduring, is carrying the lessons forward. Ask yourself, what habits worked this year? Which practices created momentum? What mistakes can I avoid next year? How can I grow even more in the months ahead? A masterpiece is not a static work. It is a foundation, a starting point for the next masterpiece. A single year, no matter how extraordinary, is just one chapter. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. And the fortune is the ability to carry your lessons forward. Carry forward the discipline. Carry forward the habits. Carry forward the mindset. Carry forward the vision. Because life is cumulative. Every year builds upon the last. Every effort compounds. Every lesson learned becomes a brushstroke in your next masterpiece. Here's the secret most people miss. Momentum matters more than intensity. You can work hard for a month and burn out. Or you can work steadily, learn, adjust, and improve for 12 months. The latter creates results that far exceed short bursts of effort. Your masterpiece year is built not by occasional brilliance, but by steady, consistent action combined with reflection and refinement. Motivation will get you started, but habit and momentum will carry you to the finish line. And reflection is the oil that keeps the wheels turning smoothly. Celebration is the fuel that inspires you to continue. Carrying lessons forward ensures you don't repeat the same mistakes. The result? A rhythm of life where your actions are aligned with your goals, your habits, and your vision. Finishing well is an art. It is different from merely ending. Many start strong and fade. Many plan a masterpiece and leave it half-painted. But the artist, the person committed to excellence, finishes deliberately. Finishing well means reviewing your progress, honoring your effort, learning from every success and setback, preparing to build on it next year. Discipline is doing what you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it. Finishing well is doing it with attention, gratitude, and reflection. A year that is reviewed, celebrated, and carried forward becomes more than time passing. It becomes a legacy. It becomes momentum. It becomes a foundation for extraordinary years to come. When you reflect, celebrate, and carry lessons forward, you realize something remarkable. Your life is your canvas. Your year is your masterpiece. Your effort, your discipline, your focus, your reflection, and your adjustment all create something tangible, visible, and lasting. The best way to predict your future is to create it. And the best way to create it is by designing a masterpiece today. refining it as you go, and carrying the lessons forward. This is your gift to yourself, to your family, to the world. A year designed like this does more than produce results. It produces a person transformed. It produces wisdom, confidence, resilience, and purpose. It produces momentum for years to come. So here is the final brushstroke for your masterpiece year. 1. Reflect on the journey. 2. Celebrate your wins. 3. Learn from your mistakes. 4. Adjust and refine what you do. 5. Carry the lessons forward into the next year. Success is predictable. It is not luck, and it is not magic. It is design, reflection, adjustment, and the courage to carry forward the lessons learned. Do not rush through this. Do not take it lightly, because the masterpiece year is within your grasp. It is yours to create. It is yours to honor. It is yours to continue, year after year. Take a deep breath. Step back. Look at the canvas of your life. Acknowledge the beauty of what you have painted. Polish the details. Learn from the strokes that went awry, and then carry it forward. Your masterpiece year is not just 12 months on a calendar. It is a reflection of your highest effort, your deepest intention, and your relentless pursuit of growth. And when done well, it becomes a life worth remembering, a life worth celebrating, a life that inspires others to pick up their own brushes and paint their own masterpieces. Your life is the greatest work of art you will ever create. Treat it like one. And now, as we come to the close of this journey, remember this. A masterpiece is not made overnight. It is not a stroke of luck. It is built with intention, focus, discipline, and heart. Take what you've learned, reflect daily, set meaningful goals, guard your time, act consistently, refine your approach, and celebrate your progress. Carry these lessons forward. Every day, every week, every month is a chance to add to your canvas. Every choice, every action is a brushstroke on the masterpiece of your life. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Don't wait for inspiration. Discipline yourself to act. And don't wait to finish. Perfect your process along the way. Your masterpiece year is waiting. Pick up your brush. Start today. And watch as your life transforms into something extraordinary.